Have you ever wondered what the core ideologies of Democrats are? Let's dive right in. Democrats, one of the two major parties in the United States, hold a variety of core principles that guide their policymaking and approach to governance. First up, progressivism and social liberalism. Democrats generally advocate for progressive policies that aim to address social inequalities and promote social justice. They believe in a more active role for the government in the economy, providing a safety net for the most vulnerable. This includes supporting healthcare, education, and welfare programs. Next, environmentalism. Democrats place a strong emphasis on environmental protection, advocating for policies to combat climate change. This includes promoting the development of renewable energy and implementing regulations to control emissions. Now let's talk about civil rights and social issues. Democrats are known for their support for LGBTQ+ rights, women's rights, including being pro-choice on abortion, and comprehensive immigration reform. They often push for policies to address systemic racism and inequality, with the aim of creating a fairer society for all. Healthcare and education are also central to Democratic ideology. Democrats support universal healthcare coverage and affordable education. This includes advocating for higher education and student debt relief, with the belief that access to these services should not be restricted by wealth or social status. Finally, in terms of foreign policy, Democrats generally favor diplomacy and international cooperation, often referred to as multilateralism. They believe in a strong but measured use of military power, balancing the need for national security with the desire for peaceful global relations. These are some of the core ideologies that Democrats subscribe to. But remember, there's a spectrum of beliefs within the party. It's a broad church with room for a range of viewpoints and policy preferences. So, while these are the key tenets of Democrat ideology, there will always be nuances and variations within the party. Now, let's shift our focus to the core ideologies of Republicans. At the heart of Republican ideology lies conservatism and economic liberalism. Republicans advocate for a smaller government role in the economy, lower taxes, and less regulation. They believe these policies promote economic growth and personal freedom. They see free market capitalism as the best way of creating wealth and opportunity, encouraging individual initiative and entrepreneurship. Another cornerstone of Republican ideology is a strong emphasis on national security and defense. They advocate for a robust military and an assertive foreign policy aiming to protect American interests globally. Republicans believe in peace through strength, maintaining a potent defense force to deter potential threats and ensure national security. Social conservatism is also a significant part of the Republican ideology. Many Republicans hold traditional views on social issues. They typically oppose abortion rights, aligning with a pro-life stance, and exhibit mixed support for LGBTQ+ rights. They advocate for policies that they believe uphold family values and moral standards. In terms of immigration, Republicans generally favor stricter policies. They emphasize border security and enforcement of existing immigration laws, aiming to control who enters the country and under what conditions. Finally, when it comes to environmental and regulatory policy, Republicans are typically more skeptical of government intervention. They favor fewer regulations which they believe can stifle economic growth. Republicans support energy independence, often including support for fossil fuels alongside alternative energy sources. They argue for a balanced approach that considers economic impacts alongside environmental concerns. So, from economic liberalism to environmental policy, the Republicans' ideologies are distinct, but they all serve a common goal: to uphold the principles of individual freedom, limited government, and free market capitalism. These ideologies shape the Republicans' approach towards governance. But as with Democrats, there's a range of beliefs within the party. Just like any political group, Republicans are not a monolith, and their members span a spectrum of perspectives. Yet, at their core, these ideologies provide a framework that guides their policy decisions and political actions. Now that we've unpacked the core ideologies of both Democrats and Republicans, what are the key differences between them? One of the most glaring differences lies in their views on the role of government. Democrats, with their progressive leanings, advocate for a more active government role in regulating the economy and providing social services. They see the government as a tool to address social inequalities and promote justice. On the other hand, Republicans, with their conservative outlook, prefer a limited government that allows markets to operate with minimal intervention. They believe that less regulation and lower taxes promote economic growth and personal freedom. Their stances on social policies also diverge significantly. While Democrats tend to support policies promoting individual freedoms and social equality, like LGBTQ+ rights and pro-choice stances on abortion, Republicans often hold traditional views, reflecting broader ideological divides on individual freedoms versus societal norms. Understanding these differences can help us better grasp the US political landscape and the policy debates that shape it. Thank you for watching. We would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to become a part of our community and stay updated.